I never know if it like kicks on or not, but hey, what's going on? Beast Mode Brandon back again. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the day off with the Carter funeral. We'll put our condolences that way. And you were able to look at some charts though. I mean, in the end, when days off during the weekend, it's great to be able to go back and see how your specific pattern plays out, right? That's how you build confidence, you know? And it really kind of goes back to your why. Why do you do things? You know, for me, and I know a lot of you probably are similar to me, but I do things because my why is this, right? I want us all to make more so that we can bless more. Whatever's in our hearts, we can give back to communities, churches, families, making the world a better place for all, you know, and really instilling the younger generation underneath us. I got younger kids, so that's why I continue to build, push forward, and do what we have to do, you know. In the end, you go out to eat or you do something and you see the waiter or waitress down. I mean, it's always a blessing to be able to tip them a little bit more and just instill the confidence and the positiveness in their lives. You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, it is Thursday. We're gonna do a AMA. Ask me anything. If there's any questions that you need help on, anything that you want to ask about, right, trading related, feel free to throw it in the chat or come on the mic. And I like doing these, so let's go. Who wants to kick us off first? If anybody has anything, shoot. Antonio, you up? Let's fire away.
Hey man, first off, Happy New Year to you, man. You and your fam, everybody on the call, man. Happy New Year. Hey, we all been in this trading thing. We just survived another year, the new beginning. So I want to kick that off by saying I don't want to be on a tip like, oh, new year, new me. But I just had a question about, let's say, a profitable trader.
You have a
Confident
question about
trader.
the what?
I say about a profitable trader.
Okay.
That's like basically, you're a profitable trader. You're consistent in your trade. But what I was thinking about the other day about how you do your 20% thing and you let it trail or whatever. You don't be greedy. You don't try to get the home runs every time because you know that one is going to come. Basically, trying to just start a new account is what I'm asking. Like, what would you suggest a person to, let's say, you're just trying to revamp everything? Like, the consistency is there, everything is pretty much in place and the tech like it's supposed to be, but it's just trying to start a new year and do something different with a whole different account, following your guidelines, your 20% and how you take your trade. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of your structure alone, if that makes sense. Like,
All
what
right.
would you say to a person who was just trying to base their structure off of how you do your thing?
All right. So, in case anybody couldn't really hear you, if I summed everything up what you just asked, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're basically asking me, like the mindset or the routine of a profitable trader, how I'm able to come in and not shoot for the grand slam or the home run every trade, but stick to my plan, use the same trail stop, stop out pattern over and over again, and how I navigate the markets. Is that correct?
Yeah, to an extent, because mentally it's already there as far as just not trying to get the grand slams and stuff like that. I don't get to trade a lot. Basically, I'm talking about myself. I was trying to play third person, but anyway,
Sure.
like hey, I got a different schedule now, so I don't be able to take too many of the trades that I used to take, which I'm kind of grateful because I was being impulsive on a lot of those things and had no, no structure about what I was doing with them and no plan and no nothing at all. Just swinging for the fences. I was guilty of it, but like I say, in control of all of that, like account size. You know what I mean? Like if I'm just trying to let's say start all the way over, like what would you suggest me with like account size and like mind frame wise? Like how did you get to the point to where you could just consistently do those 20% to get out? So basically, what you're saying, but with a little added, I guess.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I could help you out with that, and maybe not just for you, but you asking that kind of helps somebody else out. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good question. I'm trying to think. Can you guys see that color pretty good or not really? I'm not sure if I can really see it that good.
Yeah, I can see
It
it.
kind of blends
Can you
in a
guys see
little.
that?
Blue, yeah.
The blue? All right, we're gonna roll with the blue then. All right, so this is all right. First things first. If I was to start all the way over, inside the mastermind, if anyone's catching a recording on this, um, trading is how do I want to say it? Trading is a skill that you acquire over time. When you go to the gym and you do a bicep curl one day and you come home, you just don't get a big bicep like this. You know what I mean? It takes repetitions, it takes muscle memory, it takes time to be able to get that, right? So the only way to get that muscle memory is for you to specifically take the trades, right? And me personally, when I trade simulated account, right, I have little to no emotions attached to the trade. So I would tend to be a little bit more aggressive in a simulated account because in the back of my mind, I understand that there's nothing to lose right there. However, starting out, right, I always recommend simulate trading, not for the muscle memory, but for the fluidness and being able to take the same setup over and over again in a sense of like you buy a straight call or a straight put. You take an iron condor, right? You take a strangle or a straddle. You taking that setup in a simulated account is better because then you get the practice for it. But as the quicker you can get to a live account, the better because now you actually have something that you have some skin in the game, right? So if I was to understand that, right, I'm going to tell you the secret to trading. 8 years ago when I started, it took me 3 years, 3 freaking years to get this down. And the keys to the kingdom is simply this: follow the plan, stay consistent, and use proper risk management. The quicker you guys or anybody can get those three things down, the faster you're going to accelerate. And I can elaborate on this because I personally went through this. So me coming back through, understanding those simple things, hearing it from me, being a new trader, you guys are already getting beaten in the head the proper mindset you have, right? I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, I did it for 3 years. Yeah, I did it for 3 years, right? So if I was to restart things, I look at trading simply like this, right? And I'll give you examples of how you can navigate each with dollar amounts because that is the question that was asked. So I view trading as like a tree trunk, right? And inside of our tree trunk, we have here's our tree trunk, right? We'll put a little hole right there, whatever we want. That's our tree trunk. Over here, we got one branch. Right here, we have another branch. Right there, I should say a limb, right? So on this one limb over here, I'm going to put DT. That'll be our day trading branch. The middle will be our swing trading ST branch or limb. And then our other one will be INV for investing, right? Within each of those limbs, you have little branches, like different strategies. Like this one might be Swing Master Pro. This one might be Trendbox TB, right? This one might be the pivots that Mike will put out, right? So then you got three different techniques on your day trading limb. Then when you swing trade, you might have your leaps, right? You might have your iron condors over here, and you might have your AI ones. And then on investing trades, you just have your investments, IV, right? Does everybody understand this so far? When you understand trading is a tree and you got different branches, within the branches and limbs, you have different twigs or branches that fall off on that. So understanding that, right, in each section, if I was to start out new, or I was to put someone right here, right now in this call that wanted to have the best path to success working with what I have and what I do, I would simply tell you to do this right here, right? I tell you to day trade for your job if you can. I tell you to swing trade to help grow your account if you can. And I'll tell you to use the profits of both to put into the investing side. And then come back in 6 months or a year, sell out and just keep doing it because then you have a continuous circle or flywheel. So if you're coming in here to day trade, right? Just starting out, I mean, depends on what your funds are, right? If realistically, if you're coming in here and you have $500 to $1,000, you can't have your different branches. I mean, realistically, that's just not enough. You know what I'm saying? You can get started with $500 to $1,000, and if you had $500 or $1,000, I would put you on the swing trade branch, right? So we're going to say 1K, and you want to do your swing trades. And this is just me personally with what I know now and how we do things. I would tell you to do the iron condors, right? Selling options, the one trade a day strategy. I would tell you to do that. And on that trade, you could leverage about $40 to $50, and you're going to lose $60 to $50. And you can do this with about an 85% probability, right? So let's just say out of 20 trades, and you're winning 16 trades in a month, right? Remember, you start off with 1K. And you got to understand that all this is longevity. So you got to think into the future. You're not going to get rich off a small account in one or two trades, right? This is a perfect example right here. All right. So 16 trades with the Iron Condor. Say we leveraged $100. We did Iron Condors on Amazon or Spy or whatever, right? I see a couple questions in the box. Let me get Antonio's question real quick. So then you have 16 trades and you win, we'll just say $40, right? 16 times 40, right? That's $640 at the end of the month. But then you have your 4 trades that you might lose. We'll just say 60, 120, 180, 240, minus 240, right? You just made $400, $400 in 1 month. And if you start off at $1,000, your account now is at $1,400. Let me ask you this from an ROI standpoint. If you just grown your account 40% in 1 month, put a 1 in the box if you'd be happy. Absolutely. If you look at $400 and you say from a flip script and you close your eyes and say, would you be happy with $400 this month? Would you be happy with $400 this month? I guarantee you every person's going to say no because they think of it from a dollar amount. The truth is $1,000 isn't going to allow you to become free. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you live like in Jamaica, you live in a shed or whatever, and it's cheaper there, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But realistically, for the majority of folks, I mean, you really need to generate a couple $1,000s a month to really have the impactfulness. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully that agrees, right? So if I was to tell you to start over with a smaller account, right, I would highly recommend going into something with $1,000, and then as your account grows, then you could branch off and say, well, I'll take a couple of Jamar's AI trades, right, or I'll take some of the elite trades, and slowly keep building up that way. Once, because think about this: if you made $400 in month 1, then month 2 you double it. Now you make $800. Then month 3, now let's say you make $1,600. Now you're paying your mortgage, cell phone bills, car payments. That's a big impact, right? By month 4, now you're making $3,200, give or take, in 4 months. And that right there is life changing to some people, right? So you create a number that you want with one branch, and then you build it up like that. And I say that to say this: like, I can help you create a personalized plan, but you have to get started. And in the end, you guys just got to stay consistent with it, right? It's not always what I want to say, shining suns. There's rainstorms in the way, and that's where the mindset comes in. So understanding your matrix and what your goal is at the end of the month, that's how you stay on track to hit your goals, right? So that's on the swing trading side. That's what I would recommend on the swing trading side. If you were to day trade, right, because you have time, I personally don't recommend day trading with $500 or $1,000. That's just me. Like that's tough. Maybe $1,000 or $1,500 if you're willing to dedicate that to that. Now, hear me out. If you day trade with $1,000 in the cash account, you can risk, right? You could risk in a trade about $200, $250. From a risk management standpoint, you got 4 $250 bets, right, that you're taking or trades. You're never going to lose 100% of your trades. So if you were to do this, I personally would recommend using Trendbox Pro, because you can use the symbols that we give you each day from the AI watch list, right? And it might be something like this. Trade 1, your 250 might turn into 325. Trade 2, your 250 might turn into 175. Trade 3, your 250 might turn into 400, right? Trade 4, your 250 might turn into 300. When you add all these up in a 4-trade sample, I expect to win 3 out of 4 trades, maybe 4 out of 5 trades, because I do lose, right? This one, you're 325. We'll just go this 75 plus 150, that's 225, plus 300, that's 275, minus that one loser of 75. You just net profited $200. So once again, if you took $1,000 to $1,200 in 4 trades, that's a win right there. Are you happy about $200 profit? I mean, yeah, you might be, but once again, you're not staying home and retiring from that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to start off somewhere. But when you come in with something with, say, $3,000, where you could dedicate $1,000 to each branch or limb, to me, that is when you're going to have the best success. Because let's say you take 1 trade a day, and on this day you lose $75. Your one trade a day technique, you might win your $40 or $50 that day, right? Or you may be up to 2 contracts. So then the power of trading multiple things still in the trading tree trunk, right? You have a greater path to success. And that's just my opinion. So coming into a chart, right, looking at something like that, I might see something just like this. Let me make this a little bit bigger so we can see. And then hopefully that will answer your question, Antonio. If we go to SPX as we're looking at it, and we did an Iron Condor on SPX, we use our Swing Master Pro AI, the AI Swing 74, right? And we all in this, or most of us in, you go from the closing price, 74 would be 6,000. Down here would be about 58.50. As long as we close in between this level, guess what? We're going to make $150, $200, right? We'll make $150, $200 right there. So if you lose, that's $75 on the day trade side, but you win $200 on the swing trade side, you're still positive $125 today. You know what I'm saying? Right? So that's what I would do. You know what I mean? If I was to restart all over and to really dial something in, knowing that in the end, we all have profitable strategies, but you just got to be consistent with it and use risk management, right? Don't be the person that I mean things happen, I get that, but don't be the one where it's like we'll take SPX Lotto put today or yesterday, make money. Then this day right here, you might miss this trade. And going back to understanding your strategy and repetition, right, and trading plan, it's the same thing right here. If our lotto target was here and our lotto target up here was up there, and I took puts right here, and I'm up 50 to 75 cents on an SPX contract, I'm going in a 20-cent trail stop. I might get stopped out right there, okay? This might be that day where my $200 turns into $240 or $50, right? This day might be another day where it turns into 200, turns into $250. But there's going to be a day where you're going to see, let me try to find one. There's going to be a day where, let's see. Let me try to find one where it just melts down. All right, right here's a perfect example. There's going to be a day. No, that's not a good one. Let's see. Normally once a week we'll get it. All right, right here. There's going to be a day where we might take our calls right there, and in 5 minutes we get 100, 150%. So now your 200 turns 400 right there. There was a couple days that actually did that, but that wasn't a good example, because there's going to be some days where we take our put trade right there, then my trail stop don't stop me out till down here, even though every other day it might stop me out right there, right there, right there. In the end, what I'm getting at, Antonio, is you could trade the same rules day in and day out. The reason I do that is because my rules, based off my strategies, are great in a trending market, and they're great in a consolidating market. So understanding that I might, on the day trade side, might get a grand slam once every 2 weeks. Okay, that's cool. That just brings my average winning trade up. You know what I mean? For the folks that caught this put right here, which a lot of people did except me, because I was up, 50, 60% following my plan. It came back up. Had a couple people let a runner go, and they had the grand slam. This right here is like a 400 or 500% ROI winner. That's like a 5x trade right there. Imagine a $200 down here. It's $1,000 or $1,200. And it only takes one day to really boost that day trade side up. But just because that one day you get the grand slam, you don't change the rules, right? Because remember this. This is the last thing to that circle. You need to trade the same strategy, same dollar amount for a whole month. And then reevaluate how you did. And then month 2, you can scale up. And that's how you do it to be successful over the long haul on the swing trading side and the day trading side. Does that help you, Antonio?
Yes, sir. I'm sure you answered everything I'm asking. So I sure appreciate you telling me all that. Like I said, man, I'm pretty consistent in what I'm doing. I pretty much got a good little schedule and plan on how I'm doing it. I just want to know like the approach, like what would you do like a dollar amount? Like what would you feel like would be the best way to grow an account? Because like obviously a small account, I get it. It ain't gonna grow as a big account. It's not gonna grow as fast as a big account. So it makes sense because you actually forfeiting up a little bit more money to get more money on top of that. But it's all good. Like I said, I was just trying to say new year, new me. I just want to do some things different. And like I said, I'm pretty consistent in everything as it is. So I'm gonna just take what you just said and apply it to what I already got going on, man. And I think I'll be okay. So I appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you for stepping up first and asking questions, man. You rock star.
No problem, man.
Yep, awesome. Happy to help. Next question would be, what did you do to get to the point of consistency and sticking to the plan? Ms. Vaughn, it's simple. I figured out my personal trading style. Right, I'm more of a scalper on the day trade side, so I want to be in and out. Right, so for instance, since we're looking at SPX, right, I may put a 2-minute chart up, right, because that's what I do, and coming into the market, you hear me say red candle, red arrow. That's something that I'm looking to trade. My first 2-minute bar gave me that red arrow, red candle. Here is my put entry. Right there's my stop out. Super tight stop. And this little bit right there, 05 to 97, that's enough to get 40 to 60% ROI in that little move right there. Now, I'm going risk free. If you traded this on ES futures, that same ES futures trade to the downside, that right there is about $350. I'm sorry, but like I trade for profits. You know what I'm saying? So the consistency and sticking to my plan, understanding that on the day trading side, I have a rule. I'll take 1 or 2 trades a day. If my first trade's green, I'm done for the day. Why? Because I have a 100% win rate. I'll come back and do it again the next day. If I lose the first one, I'll take a second trade, right? And then on the swing trade side, I take the 1 swing trade a day, and I keep walking away and doing that. So hopefully that answers your question. It gets easy to stick to the plan as you go on. When the amount of money goes up with the same percentage. Consistency is key. I stated was going for $100 or 20% a day. I got to a point it was over 100 for 1%. Then over time, wins stack up. The same 1% will be 1,000 and so on. Hey, 100%. Appreciate you. That helps, bro. I like that. Next question, Jared. Do you have documentation on the iron condors? Absolutely, I do. What kind of documentation are you looking at? You want to see my account growth, or do you want to see like PDFs on how to do it? And elaborate a little bit. What documentation you want? Right, absolutely. Karen says, when I put in iron condor strikes and you post, TOS always stitches my numbers. I'm in paper trading. So Karen, paper trading does not allow you to take trades after 4 o'clock Eastern time. I'm East Coast time, so the market closes at 4 o'clock for me. If you have a live account and you take SPX or SPY, you can take an iron condor or sell an option up until 4:15. If you do it in a simulated account, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to take the trade when we call it, if we call it at the end of the day. Now, you can take the trade as soon as the market opens up the next day, just to get your practice in and follow along that way. So hopefully that helps. Jared says a PDF or a video on how to set up the trade. Yeah, Jared, I did a master class on that, and we do have a PDF as well. Mike made one for me, and we shared it. So send me a message on WhatsApp. I can send you the master class on that if you want to watch it. And I can send you the PDF as well. All right. Let's see what else we got. Karen answered yours. Greg says, can you explain in detail how to take advantage of the day trade and swing trade alerts that come in the DCG Discord? Yeah, yep, absolutely. So, DCG Discord, let's roll with it. How to take advantage of them right there. We'll bring it up right here. You see Discord level 4 or the alerts. Which alerts are you specifically talking about, Greg? Are you talking about my beast mode ones? Or are you talking about all of the alerts in general? See what he says. Yeah, no problem, Jared. I'm assuming he's talking about my alerts. All of yours, yeah. So, all right, my alerts. You got the beast mode swings and the beast mode day trades. You click on the beast mode day trades, right? We'll scroll all the way down here to the bottom. The safest ones, in my opinion, are the DCG grow and goes. You have your symbol, your sell or your buy, and your time frames, right? Here you have a grow and go sell minute, 30-minute time frame. When you do a 4-hour time frame one, that's almost like a short-term swing trade. You can take 2 weeks of expiration time. And when you see a 30-minute one, that's kind of like a day trade, right? So what that is doing right there is simply this right here. If we go to Qs and we put on 30-minute time frame, remember that alert that just played out? It was this alert right here, right? So it's the Swingmaster Pro AI, which you have right here. You're going to see right here, we got that sell signal right there. You see our stop out, and you see price expands in our favor, definitely hits TPs, right? You got your buy over here, going to give you the stop out, and price rolls in your favor. You have the sell right there. Unfortunately, this one did play out. Our stop out would have been up here. Price went up, come back down, but these ones on a 30-minute time frame, you really just want to get into profits and just put a trail stop once it goes in your favor, just so you know that. 4-hour time frame, it's the same exact thing, right? It's the same exact chart. You just go down here to the four-hour time frame, and you can see where we got a 4-hour sell, which we got right here. Here would be our sell. It was at 5:15. Next day we hit a low of 5:10. Would you be happy if we got a 5-point move on a week or 2-week expiration trade? I would be. You know what I mean? We got to sell right here and price push down. We got to sell here, price push down. We got to sell here, price push down. He says, F yeah. All right. So come back in here. So all these ones right here is the same exact thing right here. You see the time comes in, 3:30. Entry, sell entry for Qs. It has your entry, your TP 1, 2, 3, where your stop out is. So when you see something like this where you could take the trade at your entry, right? You know your stop out is right there. Simple as that. We try to keep it as simplified as possible. And it's using the same thing that I just shown you on TradingView. Some people don't have TradingView for whatever reason, which that's fine. You know what I mean? You can follow the alerts right there. The super safe ones, like I said, are the grow and go. We did a challenge with them for people to follow along, and they are super safe. They just don't always come. They don't always come in, so you don't get trades every day, and that's okay. These ones right here, you get trades. You get trades on a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? You got Tesla, coin, all that. The swing trade ones, right? It's the same exact thing that I've shown you. The problem with these ones, right, is it's not going to send you alert till 4 o'clock, and it's going to be too late to take it, right? So what I do is I use this like to put on my watch list to take it for the next day. So this one was 1-7. We had Qs and Tesla for sell entries, which we know those are puts. You see our stop losses, so that's easy. So now you pull up your chart for Tesla and Qs, right? Let's go back to we'll go to the daily time frame. All right. We got the daily time frame. Where was our stop out? Just so we can see real quick. Let's see. Q stop out is 5:25. Entry was 5:15. So 5:50. All right, here 5:20. All right, so right here. Once again, this is a swing trade. Right here would be our stop out. It told you the level. So you come to your trading view chart, and you press alert right there at the 525 level, and then your entry was right here at this candle at the end of the day, right?
How are you?
At the end of the day. So then, if it does, this day right here is when we want to be taking our trade. At any time it retraces into this level, that's it. You're getting a better entry. You know what I'm saying? So if it gapped up right here, you can still take that short because you know where your stop loss is. All right? They're high probability trades. Now you come over here to coin, right? Or was it Tesla? I believe it was coin. Let's go back, Greg. Nope, it was Tesla. So we go back to Tesla real quick. Let's check Tesla out. TSLA. Same thing. All right. At the end of the day, at 1.7, stop loss was 414.33. So 1.7, end of the day, high of the day is your stop out. So right here's your stop out on this swing trade. Right, anywhere in here is where you want to enter the trade. Did we hit that the next day? You might even been out of this swing trade in one day because remember, we utilize the trail stop limit. So if you buy something, which I recommend 2 weeks of time, if you bought something like right here at $3.99 and it hit a low of $3.84, what would something like that be? Let's check it out. We go to Tesla because I'm a visual guy. All right, 2 weeks of option expiration time. So we'll go 14 days. Maybe you might do a weekly. We can use our 19-cent delta rule right here. Everybody can afford $400 in a contract for a swing trade, right? Maybe if you don't want to risk that much, you go 8 days. You know where your stop out is, right? So let's just try 8 days. It's going to be a little bit cheaper. 19-cent delta rule. That's about $330, right? In one day, if you bought a contract for, what is it? $330, right? Your delta is 18 cents and it moves $5 in your favor. You just made $100, right? Now remember, if we go back to our chart in one day, right? $3.99, $3.98, went a low of $3.86. That right there is 13 or 14 points, right? Let's just say $5. Now let me ask you this. If you set a trail stop, Greg, and anybody else that's listening in right now, would you be happy? Why do you trade? You trade to make money, right? Are you shooting for 30%, 15%, whatever it is? I think 20, 25% is a great opportunity, even 15% to go risk-free in a trade. So if it went $5, you're making 18 times 5, which is all but $100. So let's check it out. $100 divided by $330. Guess what? You're up 30%. Are you in a trail stop yet, Greg, or are you not? We cooking, bro. We cooking. Right? We are absolutely cooking on that. He says, I'm taking it. Well, me too. I'm either going to get my alert to sell the position, might take a 30, 40% loss. I don't care because I know that I'm going to win 80 or 90% of my trades, and I'm going risk-free at that 15 to 30% mark like I always preach it. You know what I'm saying? How much time do we get in the trade once alerts come in? The swing trades, a week or 2 weeks of time. I prefer 2 weeks to be a little bit safer. But you know where your stop out's going to be. The day trades, I'd buy the weekly contracts for those because you're probably going to be in and out the same day. Maybe the next day hold if it comes towards the end. But that's just me. Kevin says, what indicator are you using to give the arrows the Swing Master AI? Ask Brandon to send it to you. Yep, got you. I've been sick with COVID, pneumonia, and a ventilator. Had 3 blood transfusions. Can I review a copy of this? Hey, Abra, we send in supernatural healing prayers your way. God is good. Hey, heal it. You know what I'm saying? 100% we'll send you a copy. We got you. Yep, prayers. We got it. Absolutely. Greg says he's taking it. All right, next. Who else want to ask a question?
Brandon, this is Crystal. So you were showing the QQQs on the 30-minute chart just a moment ago. And when I saw the Swing Master Pro, my question is, could you explain why the candles are green and it was on a downtrend? versus, it being red?
Sure. So this is what you got to remember. Each candle, right, on a daily time frame, it gives you strength. So because the daily might have bullish pressure candles, it doesn't mean that you can't get retracements, because remember the swing trades are coming in on a 4-hour chart. So if you go to the 4-hour chart, your candles are red, they're not green. And that's
Could you
why we
bring up the
got
30-minute? Could
What'd
you
you say?
explain it on the 30-minute chart?
The 30-minute chart was for the day trades.
Yes, that's the
Yep.
one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So could
So
you? Yeah, thank
go
you.
ahead.
No, could you explain that logic on the 30-minute chart? That's what I'm day trading. So yes.
Okay, perfect. So the candles here on the 30-minute chart, they down right now. So using this, right, the 30-minute is a lot more sensitive time than a daily time frame. Agree? So the day, go ahead.
Yes, I agree. Go ahead.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So on the daily time frame, the candle still might have bullish pressure, but on a smaller time frame, you might have transitions in retracement. They're going to show a bearish move. So on a day trade side, right? If your candles are all red, right, we're going to get an alert because we got this Swing Master Pro AI alert right here, and this would have been your stop out. Right, you see the stop out right there. The alert's still valid until we get a new one. So the reason on the day trading side we got a short is because the candles are color coded to give us bullish and bearish pressure, and that's why they color code the candles. We got the sell signal right here in the 30 minutes. So the day traders are taking shorts on this, and then the swing traders are also taking shorts on it because the 30-minute chart is red, but so was the 4-hour chart where we take our swing trades.
Okay, I'm clear on the sell signals. The portion of this chart that I'm speaking of is the green candles, not the
Where
red ones right there. The green candles to go up a little bit right there. How those candles? Why are those green versus red? Showing a downtrend.
Because at this point right here, the candles are still stronger in over time, right? So if we scroll back and look at a bigger picture, I mean, we got a huge move up, and price is resetting. Are we still above that high, or that low? Sure. We should have bounced right here and took this high out. Once that failed, that's when the candles turned red and put us in a downtrend.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So yeah, just because the candles are green doesn't mean it has to go up. But when you scale back a little bit, like right here, you can see that the candles are red, right? The candles are red. It comes up this low, right? Should take this out, but we bounced. Once we broke that, what color is the candles?
Right, I see it. Thank you.
Right? You see that. So then right here, this would be our next crucial line, and price comes up. Now we close underneath it. What colors are candles?
Right, red. I see it.
All right.
Thanks for showing that.
Yep. Now look, right? Now we start trending to the downside, and then this low right here should take this out, but it bounced. What colors are candles now?
Green. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Why are they green? We get a push up, we come back down, we get a push up, we take this out. Why they turn red? Now we gotta
They turned red because they didn't
now
take out.
they see our secret sauce now.
Right, they turned red because they didn't take out that high.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you
All right.
understand the power of
All
Swing
right.
Master AI. Say.
Thank you.
Yep. That's a good question. And then if you want to take it one step further, like me, and I trade on the 2-minute time frame, you want to know why I trade on the 2-minute time frame?
Yes.
Because
Definitely.
here's a perfect example right here. If I see a reversal arrow right there, I'm going to put a line right there. That's a little bit crooked. I'm going to put a line about right here. Right? Until that line gets breaking out, I expect us to be in a downtrend. Right? Here we did break it, but it broke it and then closed right underneath it. So to me, we're still in a downtrend. So guess what? I'm shorting it here. I'm shorting it here. I'm shorting it here. And then, right, we got these arrows right there. So it'll be like this is a bad example, but I'm showing you something. And we're going to do a master class on it on Tuesday. So everybody be here. I'm going to show you how to understand market structure and trend with real confidence. All right. So you have low, 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 and then we come down, we push up. This should get taken out. We should have made another low. What happened right here? We closed above it and stayed above it. So now we take the most recent high arrow and we put a structure right here. Then our next reversal, we move our structure up right there. Double bottom. Now what do you think is going to happen to the right? We keep pushing up. We keep pushing up until we don't, right? So we have our candle there. We have our candle there. We have one here. Once we take this out, close underneath it, and that next one confirms short, we caught the trend early. We come down, and then we got this reversal arrow right there. We took this out to the upside. Now we're on a bullish trend before we got the confirmation with Swing Master Pro AI. It's a little bit more advanced, but I'm gonna get you there. See what happens when you guys ask questions. We open up cans of worms, you know. Hopefully that answers your question, Crystal. Appreciate you.
It did. Thank you.
Yep. When the alerts show up in the Discord, how long do we have to get in the trade? All right, so that's a good question. So when this alert shows up right here, Rhonda, and you missed it, and you come in on this day at the new trading day, at any given time, you come into this situation that it goes above the entry, right? Before it hits this TP or gets close to it, you can enter the trade. If the trade's way down here, that you don't want to enter that. So like if in this put example, if this is our stop out right here, and this will be our entry in a perfect world, anywhere right here, we can enter that trade because now you're getting a better fill. Now on this example, if you miss this perfect entry, and this is our stop out, you don't want to take the trade anywhere up here because this is where we're all going risk-free. If it reset into this zone, then we could get a better fill and make more money. You know what I'm saying? So it's really not time-based. It's really if the trade goes against the entry to give you a better fill. Okay, got it. Awesome. That's basically how Swing Master Pro Indicator is coded with the trend built in as yeah, Gretchen, don't tell anybody. Shh. There's other things built into it. There's volume pressure, there's buying and selling built into it. It's like 4 or 5 different things blended into one snowball that makes it pretty for you to look at on the chart. You good. Quentin says, I like that. Rhonda, okay, got it. Thank you. Do you have a specific time frame on a chart you look at for an entry? It depends what I'm trading, Daniel. Elaborate. Day trade, swing trade, or are you just talking about in general? If you're just talking about in general, and I take a swing trade, like right here, if I was looking to get in a swing trade on the Qs, even on the daily time frame, I'm a cheapie. I come here to the 2-minute time frame, and if I'm looking to take a sell, I'm looking to get into a reversal arrow to the downside, right? And I'm wondering why my arrows ain't showing up because from the class, we put it in a conservative. I like my aggressive ones. So if I'm looking for a short opportunity, I'm taking a reversal arrow entry for any short trade that I'm taking for a swing trade. Because I don't want to take a swing trade way down here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it at a reset, getting a little better price. So I'm always waiting for a reversal arrow on a 2-minute or 1-minute time frame. And just try to get in at a little better. You know what I'm saying? Oh, for day trading? All right, that's a good one. Let's look at SPY. This is my exact process right here. For visual representation, I'm going to show you. I look at the 5-minute, right? SPY, the 5-minute, these candles were all red. All right. So then I go down to the 2-minute time frame. And you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you from a visual of my process because in this ledger, you can see the 2-minute and 5-minute shows you the color of the candles already. So you don't have to flip back and forth your chart. I'm just showing you why I do what I do. So coming into this day, our candles were red. So I'm taking any reset, I'm taking this put right here, right? And guess what? There's a winning trade. I'm taking this put right here with my stop out there. There's a winning trade. And I'm taking my put trade right there. There's my stop out. I'm going risk free right there. The reason I'd be doing that is because I use multiple time frame confirmation. So when I day trade, I like to day trade on the 5-minute chart. I just don't like the 5-minute candles because it feels like paint is drying. So I trade in sync on a smaller time frame, right? So that's what I do right there, Dan. And that's how I take the trades. I like the reversal arrows.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. Brandon, I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on the video if it breaks through 137 support. All right, let's see in the video. NVDA. Let's pull it up real quick. I'll always start off on the day trading side, see where it's at. In conjunction. You said 137 support. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. What I see right now, I mean, if we zoom out, I think we're definitely still in an uptrend. Like you could anybody could, that's crooked as all could be, but anybody could see that we're in a perfect channel uptrend right here, right? Sorry about that, making it all crazy, but we're that is a perfect uptrend right there, right? Then when I come in and I zoom in and I see our reversal arrows with what I just told you, we would have taken our calls there. We would have taken swing trade calls there. We would have taken swing trade calls there. Once that got taken out, candles are red right here. We would have shorted it right there. Now we got our buy right there, and you would have got stopped out for a loss. We do lose. But using reversal arrows, right? Our last reversal arrow would have been right here. We closed above it. I'm still bullish, and my support is actually right here at 133.40. So as long as we hold above 133.40, I could take a swing trade for a call, but it has to hold that. That'd be my line in the sand right there. So anywhere, I would like that. If you want to be safe, you can see if it breaks the 143 level to the upside and take it and put your stop out at like the 134. How you curb that from a large loss, or what I like to do, if my stop out is 134 and my entry is at 144, that right there is that's about a 10-point stop. So what I would do is I'd actually go 10 points up and I would take the 156 calls for a swing trade of probably like 4 weeks. So that way, if I do get stopped out, I might only lose 20 or 30%, and it's not a high dollar amount. You know what I'm saying? How do I get Swing Master Pro and Trendbox Pro? Hey, I'll hook you up, bro. I got you. You full mastermind, you good to go. Shoot me a message. Tag me in the stocks and options on Discord, and send me your name. I got you. You don't like WhatsApp, huh? That's fine. I have a question regarding how the TOS or CS. I don't know what CS is. What is CS? Trade
Charles
station.
Schwab.
Okay, Charles Schwab platform shows the profit or loss in your trade after you set a trailing stop. Does it adjust in real time like futures, or is it different on the TOS platform with options? No, it's exactly the same thing, Gretchen. So, you just go to your position. I don't have any open positions, or I'd show you, but you don't have any. You go to the positions tab, you see where it's at, and you see where you're up. And if you go to your what's it called? It's not filled orders. It's working orders. If you go to your working orders, it'll show you where it's going to stop you out and for what profit anytime that you put the trail stop in. So you already know that. If you put a trail stop limit in place, right, you should already know what your contract is worth. For instance, if you buy a contract right here for $400 and you have a trail stop limit at the kick in at $5, you know that you're $100 in profit. So if you put a 25-cent trail stop on that, you know that if it hits your trail stop limit, you're all but guaranteed to make $75. But you can see all that in your positions tab at the current time, what you're open. If you want to see what you're going to get stopped out at, go to your working orders on mobile or desktop, and that should be able to help you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, good. Appreciate it. Anybody have any other questions? You can't set a stop out and a trail stop on the same trade, can you? Nah, Dan, you can't do two different closing orders. But what you can do is I use a trail stop limit for my profit side, and then I use manual alert, right, for my stop out. So you could do it on Thinkorswim, or you could do it on Thinkorswim, or you could do it on TradingView. So like let's just say like right here, my stop out is right here. If I right click it, I can put create an alert at or below right there, and just say sell and press create, and now that alert will stay there. So I'm either going to get and all my alerts text me on my phone. You're either going to get an alert that you got stopped out for profits, or you're going to get an alert to close your position. That's how I do it. Yep, perfect. Anybody have any other questions? All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, you guys do me a favor. If you felt the Q&A was valuable and you guys like it and want to do more of these in the future, give me a DCG in the box. If you got value from all the questions asked, they helped you guys. If you do like it, we got tons of engagement. Thursdays might be our new Q&A call, so we can talk about whatever we want and just open mastermind it, right? There it is. You guys, the crowd has spoken. Great questions, everyone. Everybody put DCGs in the box. Awesome. With that being said, tomorrow we do live trading. Well, we do it every day, but tomorrow, if you have any friends or family that want to come in and live trade with us, let me know. I'll send them an invite. You guys are more than welcome to see how I navigate the markets as the live market goes. So I like to say one of the greatest assets we have is we do this in a live trading market where other people might be like, look, you should have done this, could have done this. Not us. We do it in real time, baby. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, live trading tomorrow. I tell people be there, be square. With that being said, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, never hesitate to reach out. You guys are rock stars. You also have a blessed